friends, standing up to Iran is not easy. Standing up to dark and murderous regimes never is. With us today is Holocaust survivor and Nobel Prize winner Elie Wiesel. Elie, your life and work inspire us to give meaning to the words, never again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought that was a very, very poignant and important moment in Netanyahu's speech today. Joining us now, David Horowitz, founder and president of the David Horowitz Freedom Center, editor of Frontpage magazine, and author of The Black Book of the American Left, Volume 3, The Great Betrayal. Hello, David.
Hi, Steve.
Well, your impressions of what we witnessed today, one of the all-time great speeches?
It was a very impressive speech, and it put the case pretty succinctly. The Obama administration has staked its entire foreign policy legacy on getting a bad deal that will make a nuclear war with a nuclear Iran inevitable, is what he said. It's a very, very sad day. The Democratic Party used to be a party that stood up for America and for its allies, and Israel in particular. And of course, Netanyahu had to make all kinds of gestures towards the Obama administration because it's used all its weight to vilify him and make him the problem instead of Iran. But we have a president who is an enemy of the United States, as anybody who's looking at his actions can see. He turned Iraq, which thousands of Americans gave their lives to liberate, he turned it over to Iran. He turned Libya. Libya was run by a maniac dictator, but he was at war with Al-Qaeda, and Libya was no threat to anyone. And he has turned it into a terrorist state, Obama has. By appeasing Assad, of course, Assad is a pawn now of Iran, but by appeasing, drawing a red line in the sand and then not drawing it, he's given free rein to the Iranians there. They now control Yemen as well. And you have to understand, I mean, Iran will use nuclear weapons against Israel. Against the United States, what it will do is unleash its terrorist forces. Let's not forget that the leaders of Iran have led crowds of tens of thousands in the chant, "Death to America." Their terrorists will carry out attacks in the United States, and we won't be able to retaliate because they will hold a city like New York hostage. This is what Obama is doing. And he's doing it, with the aid and support and encouragement of Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic leadership. It's an absolute disgrace, and everybody is under pressure not to speak the truth about these things, to pretend that that it's well-meaning. That even Netanyahu said this. Both sides agree Iran should not get nuclear weapons. Obama doesn't want to stop Iran from getting nuclear weapons. If he did, he wouldn't, have his Secretary of State, the treacherous John Kerry, in Switzerland negotiating a deal which will allow them, the deal that Kerry is trying to seal, will allow them to develop nuclear weapons whenever they want. In 15 years, according to the terms of the deal itself. But everybody knows that you can't trust the Iranians. These are Islamic fanatics, and that was one of the really good parts of Netanyahu's speech. He referred to them, as Islamic militants. It's about Islam. It's about the dominant force in the Islamic world now, which is beginning to generate some opposition, as in Egypt, which is an Islamic country, but not enough opposition to stop it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. What did you make? You mentioned the Democrats. You alluded to the Democrats. What did you make of Nancy Pelosi's tweet and then a follow-up statement tweeting that she was near tears during the speech because of the condescending nature of the speech towards America?
She's an idiot. I mean, what is she talking about? He overly praised him. America has done pretty good by Israel in the past. It hasn't been great. It's restrained Israel in Lebanon. They could have taken out Hezbollah. In Gaza, they could have taken out Hamas, except for the United States putting restraints on Israel. So it's okay. And Netanyahu spoke as though America has been Israel's staunch ally in everything over the years. What is this woman talking about? What she's talking about is she's protecting the Democrats' treachery. That's what she's talking about. She didn't like the speech because Netanyahu said the Obama administration, Nancy Pelosi, and he also praised Harry Reid of all people, and Harry Reid have set out and are determined to do a deal with Iran which will let them have nuclear weapons.
Well, David, let me just tell you, David, as we're running out of time.
Of the United States. We are going to see
David, we're almost out of time.
die in the next years because of what these Democrats are doing.
David, Mitch McConnell has said that he is going to invoke a parliamentary procedure that will give the Senate a greater role, their rightful role, and to make sure that they have that role in this deal, any deal with Iran, which right now apparently they don't have, and the president doesn't plan to give them. David, I got to go. Love talking to you, my friend. Love hearing you. Thank you. Up next, Charles Hoskin of the Washington Examiner.